All right, let's just jump right in. If you're a blogger, a content creator, you know the struggle, right? The grind is real. But what if you could completely change the game? Today, we're going to break down the exact workflow the pros are using to write fully optimized SEO articles in just 10 minutes. Seriously, this is about to revolutionize your entire content process.
Just think about that for a second. What would that actually mean for you? It's not just about being faster, it's about getting your weekends back. It's about finally having the time to launch that second blog or that newsletter you've been dreaming about. We're talking about a fundamental shift in the economics of being a creator.
But, to really get why the solution is so good, we first have to talk about the problem. And every creator faces this exact dilemma. You've got amazing ideas, but turning them into something that actually ranks on Google, it just takes forever.
And this, right here, illustrates the difference perfectly. We're talking about going from spending an entire workday on one article to knocking it out in the time it takes to check your email. That's a potential 48x increase in productivity. This isn't just a small improvement, it's a completely different way of operating.
Sticking with that old way is basically a recipe for burnout. You just can't keep up, you get frustrated, and then you see competitors who've adopted these smarter workflows just pulling away. It is a really tough spot to be in.
Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room. This is the #1 question, right? The biggest fear that's holding people back. You've probably heard the rumors, but what's the actual truth here?
And here it is, the bottom line. Google does not care if you wrote your article with a feather quill, a keyboard, or an AI. What they penalize is bad, unhelpful content, period. They're judging the final meal, not the brand of oven you used to cook it. As long as your final article is high quality and actually helps the reader, you're totally safe. So now that we've busted that myth, let's get into the good stuff, the solution. This isn't just some theory. This is the practical, step-by-step workflow that six-figure bloggers are using right now to crush it in the search results. And here it is, the whole 10-minute workflow laid out. As you can see, it starts with the SEO basics, picking a keyword and, this is critical, analyzing the competition on page 1. That 1 minute is for spotting patterns. What kind of headlines are they using? Are they all how-to guides? That's your roadmap. Then the AI does the heavy lifting in steps 3 and 4. But look closely at the time. The single longest step, 3 whole minutes, is step 5. That's where you come in. Let's break down the 2 most important steps here.
Okay, let's zoom in on step 3, because this is the first place people usually trip up. The quality of the draft you get from the AI is a direct reflection of the quality of your prompt. It's the classic garbage in, garbage out situation. If you master the prompt, you're going to master the output.
And this is what a great prompt looks like. See?
It's not just write about dogs. It specifies the length, the keyword, the target audience, the tone, and even the exact structure of the article. This is how you tell the AI exactly what you want, giving you a draft that's already 90% of the way there.
So, a great prompt is where the magic begins, but step 5, that's where you actually win. Humanizing the draft, adding your own experience, expertise, authority, and trust, what Google calls EEAT. This is the one step you just can't skip. It's what separates content that hits page 1 from the stuff that gets buried forever.
Of course, to do any of this, you need the right AI assistant. So let's do a quick flyby of the top tools that bloggers are really leaning on right now.
The world of AI tools can seem a bit confusing, but it really just boils down to this. Think of Claude as your sophisticated writer, great for really nuanced topics. ChatGPT? That's your trusty Swiss Army knife, good at pretty much everything. Jasper is built for marketers, it's all about writing copy that converts. And Surfer SEO is less of a writer and more like a data nerd coach, telling you exactly what you need to do to rank.
So where should you even begin? My recommendation is simple. Don't overcomplicate it. The free plans from Claude and ChatGPT are ridiculously powerful. They are more than enough to get you started with this workflow like today. But why does this method actually get results when so many other people are trying and failing with AI? Well, it all comes down to one core idea, the real secret sauce behind the whole thing. This is it, right here. If your plan is to just generate an article and then copy-paste it into your blog, you will fail. I can almost guarantee it. The people who are winning are the ones who've mastered human-AI collaboration. They use the AI for speed and structure, and then they inject their irreplaceable human depth. And what is that human depth? Well, it's these 3 things. Your personal stories, your unique experiences. AI can't fake that. Real, verified data and statistics that build trust. And strategic internal linking that shows Google you're an authority. This stuff is your secret weapon.
I absolutely love this quote because it just frames the whole thing perfectly. You are still the architect. You're the strategist. AI is simply the most powerful construction crew you've ever had to help you build your kingdom bigger and faster than ever before.
Now look, all of this sounds pretty great in theory, but does it actually work? Let's look at some real proof.
312%. Just let that number sink in for a moment. This isn't some made-up number. This is the real organic traffic growth a lifestyle blogger, someone probably just like a lot of you, saw in only 6 months after starting this system. She 8x output, going from 2 posts a month to 16, and her traffic just exploded.
And here's the absolute key to her story. She never, ever let the AI replace her unique voice or her perspective. She just used it as a supercharger to get her own ideas out into the world that much faster. It amplified her, it didn't replace her. And ultimately, that's what this is all about. AI gives you back your single most valuable resource, your time. Time to focus on the things only a human can do. The strategy, the community building, the creativity. The workflow is here, the tools are ready. The only question left is, are you?